Scorpio.
Robert, it's Celia.
Where are you? You all right?
Yes, I'm a little shaken up, but I'm all right. You heard what happened?
The sheriff just called me from Grant's cabin.
Oh, Robert, it was terrible.
I'm sure. Is Grant Putnam with you?
Yes, he brought me home.
Listen, the sheriff wants him to go back to the cabin. He's got a few questions he'd like to ask him.
I'll tell him, but I really think that you should be talking to my husband about this.
Was he there?
That's what I'd like to find out.
Where's he now?
Here.
Okay, I'll be right over.
Oh, could you bring Holly, too? I need her.
That was Celia. She wants us to go over to her place.
Is she all right?
She's a bit hysterical, I think.
Oh, I can imagine. She could have been killed. Who would do something like that?
Sounds to me as if she thinks Grant did it.
Andrews?
Yeah, she wants me to have a talk to him, find out where he was at the time of the explosion.
I can't believe he would do it.
Right about now, I think I could believe almost anything.
But do you think it's possible that Grant...
Well, let's look at his erratic behavior in the last week, the fact that he blew up at us. No pun intended.
I've got a funny feeling about this, Robert.
Me too, but let's deal with the facts first. There'll be plenty of time later on to deal with the hunches.
All right. I'm fine. Come on in.
Grant?
Robert? Robert, I believe you know Tanya Roscoff. Tanya Robert Scorpio.
The sheriff tells me he feels somebody planted a time bomb in the boat.
And you think it was me?
I don't know what to think just yet.
But you are here to question me. Thanks to my trusting wife, I'm the prime suspect, right?
Look, I haven't been up to the accident site. I have no clues and no suspects.
But you are here to question me.
It appears that somebody tried to kill Celia and Grant, and it's my job to investigate.
Starting with me.
You have the right to remain silent. Do you want a lawyer?
Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing to hide.
Ask him where he was this afternoon.
I was at the festival this morning.
Anyone see you?
Well, I did.
I got a note from a teacher of mine in the motherland. A man named Porchenko.
Yeah, I recall the name. Oh, what was in the note?
It sounded as if he was trying to defect and he wanted my help.
Where'd you get the note?
The janitor.
Mr. Higgins is his name.
Okay, go on.
The note said that Porchenko was in Port Charles. He asked me to meet him down on the waterfront in an alley between 6th and Wharf. I went down there. Somebody must have knocked me out. I awakened hours later.
Anything stolen?
No. I checked immediately. My wallet and my watch were still there.
What time did you come to, you remember?
About 2:30.
The bomb went off at 2.
Nobody saw you leave or enter the alley.
No.
What about the note?
It was gone when I awakened.
Why didn't you call the police?
Because I was dizzy and I was weak. All I wanted to do was get home. I managed to get here on my own, and I must have passed out the minute I walked in the door.
I came looking for him, and it was about 5 o'clock.
So you can't really account for your whereabouts between 11 and, 10:30 and 5.
No. Look, Robert, I know my story sounds flimsy, but I've got proof of what I'm saying. I've got a lump on the back of my head.
Well, that may not be much, but at least it's something.
I didn't plant any bomb. Celia, for God's sakes, you can't really... Do you really believe that I would try to kill you? You don't believe me, do you?
Actually, your story is so far-fetched it might just be true.
It is true.
Sounds a little flimsy to me. You used to do a lot better than that, Grant.
You're not helping matters, Celia. But then it doesn't appear as if you want to. Now what happens, Robert? Are you going to arrest me because I can't prove where I was today?
Well, the investigation's only just begun.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'll go up to the cabin tomorrow and have a look around.
That's it?
One thing at a time, Celia.
May I go now?
Yes, of course, but I'd like to take your statement later concerning Grant's whereabouts earlier in the day.
All right. Goodbye, Grant.
Thank you, Tanya.
Grant, if I were you, I'd get over to the hospital and have that head of yours checked.
There's nothing wrong with my head right now.
I think a doctor should verify that.
I am a doctor. I feel fine.
Let me put it this way. As a doctor, you'd certainly be remiss if you didn't examine somebody who claims to have been knocked out and was unconscious for as many hours as you were.
What do you mean, claims? I'm telling you, I was unconscious for 4 hours.
Nothing intended. See a doctor. I think we'll both feel better.
Oh, is it all right if I spend the night at your house tonight?
Oh, of course it is.
I'll pack a few things. I'll be right back.
What happened today?
I was at Grant Putnam's cabin. Needed to get away. We were going to go out in the boat, but luckily at the last minute, we got out.
Why? Did something happen?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'll tell you later.
Listen to me, Robert,
Yes?
before you go. I know that I have been behaving very strangely of late. I know that I've said things I shouldn't have said. But you have to understand, I've been driven half out of my mind by Grant Putnam.
How's that?
His manipulations, his tricks, he's trying to get me.
Any proof?
No! But you've got to believe me. I'm telling you the truth. I swear it about everything. Robert, I would never harm Celia. You have to believe that.
Grant, look, I have to remain objective. This investigation's only just beginning, but if you're telling the truth, you've got nothing to worry about.
The way things have been going lately, I have everything to worry about.
Follow through on that visit to the hospital.